And we're going to begin with some translation. So I'm going to give you a sentence in Spanish and you can say it in English. Today we're going to practice with wish and hope. Do you know the difference between these two words? Well, in both cases we can say ojalá, I wish, or maybe I hope. But when we use wish, there is, as you'd say in Spanish, esperanza. Hay posibilidad. There is a chance. Okay, so I wish, pardon me, there is no chance. Excuse me, let me correct myself. There's no chance. We're saying we are essentially lamenting reality. We're saying, I wish things were different. I wish I were taller. I wish I were rich, for example. We're talking about things that are not true, can't be true, and we're essentially complaining about truth, the reality. Whereas with hope, there is esperanza. In this case, there is hope, there is a chance, and we are expressing desire for some different outcome in the future, some particular outcome. Another thing to remember is we have to go back one step in tense. This is a subjunctive form. So if I want to be taller, I could say, I wish I were taller. I'm talking about right now. Ojalá fuera. I wish I were taller in this case. But we're speaking of the future. Use were in the future. We're going back a step because it is a subjunctive form. Similarly, if we talk about the future, I hope it rains tomorrow because it's very dry. I hope it rains tomorrow. We're talking about tomorrow, but we come back one step. In this case, we come back to the present. I hope it rains. It rains. That sounds a lot like present simple. Anyway, starting with some translation. ¿Cómo se dice en inglés? Ojalá fuera verdad. I wish it were true. I wish it were true. Ojalá supiera inglés. I wish I knew English. Ojalá supiera inglés. Yeah. I wish I knew English. Ojalá tuviera mucho dinero. I wish I had a lot of money. I wish I had a lot of money. Yeah. Ojalá fuera rico. I wish I were rich. Ojalá fuera. I wish I were. I wish I were rich. Ojalá pudiera hacerlo como él lo hace. I wish I could do it like he does it. Como él lo hace. I wish I could do it like he does it. Ojalá estuviera más preparado. I wish I were more prepared. Now let's think about this. Ojalá estuviera. I wish I were. Fíjate, no digo I wish I was. And you might say, but Kyle, I've heard a lot of people in movies and on the street in Miami saying, I wish I was. And yes, I'm sure you have heard a lot of people say that. People say it, but it's not correct. When we use wish, it is a subjunctive form, so we should use were when we have the verb to be. I wish I were, I wish you were, I wish they were, I wish we were. Okay? So I wish I were more prepared. Okay? Never was. I wish I were. Ojalá conociera a gente importante. I wish I knew important people. Ojalá no tuviera que acompañarles. I wish I didn't have to go with them. We do have a verb in English, to accompany someone. Will you accompany with me to the dance? To accompany someone, to go with. It's much more common to go with. I wish I didn't have to go with them. Ojalá mi jefe me apoyara más. I wish my boss supported me more. Yeah, ojalá. I wish my boss supported me more. Ojalá pudieras estar con nosotros. Ojalá pudieras estar con nosotros. I wish you could be with us. That would be nice. Ojalá lloviera más. I wish it rained more. Ojalá lloviera más. Yes. Ojalá lo hubiera sabido. I wish I had known. Lo hubiera sabido. Ojalá fuera mío. I wish it were mine. Fíjate, no digo the mine. Y tampoco I wish it was. Como expliqué antes, we would always say, I wish it were. Ojalá fuera mío. I wish it were mine. Ojalá no fuera tan difícil encontrar trabajo. I wish it weren't so difficult to find a job. Encontrar trabajo, to find a job. I wish it weren't so hard to find a job. Job. No se dice job, sino job, job, job. Right? I wish it weren't so hard to find a job. You could also say to find work. I wish it weren't so hard to find work. I wish it weren't so hard to find a job. Ojalá hubieras estado aquí cuando llegaron. I wish you had been here when they arrived. Ooh, so here we're talking in the past. We're speaking of the past, so we're going back a tense to our friend, the past perfect, right? I wish you had been here. I wish you had been here when they arrived. Ojalá no tuviera una nariz tan grande. Imagine. I wish I didn't have such a big nose. Eso es, una nariz tan grande, such a big nose. And another day soon we'll practice so and such. But here, such a, that's that, plus the adjective, such a big nose, okay? Ojalá lo hubiéramos visto. I wish we had seen it. Wish we had seen it. Ojalá sea verdad. I hope it's true. We just switched to hope. Ojalá, en este caso, ojalá sea, porque hay posibilidad. So we don't use wish. Here we use hope. Ojalá sea verdad. Ojalá llueva mañana. I hope it rains tomorrow, because there's possibility. I hope it rains tomorrow. Ojalá vengan. I hope they come. Ojalá vinieran más a menudo. I wish they came more often. So I wish they came more often. I hope they come tomorrow, right? So we say hope when we have possibility. Hope, and then the possibility is gone, right? I hope it doesn't rain, and then it starts raining. I wish it weren't raining. So let's remember, hope is like espera. Bueno, también es el verbo esperar. que hay esperanza, hay posibilidad. So if you say, ojalá, I hope, there is a chance, and we're expressing desire for that chance to occur. When we say wish, we are lamenting reality. And in both of these structures, because it's subjunctive, we go back one step in tense, and also because it's subjunctive, we're going to use were instead of was. And sometimes, if it's in the past, we would go back to, as I mentioned, the past perfect tense. Got it?